Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for May 4th of 2025 is titled Spin Up of a Supermassive Black Hole. So what do we see here? Well, here we see an artist's conception of a black hole. So the object at the center, the black hole, and then the material swirling around it in an accretion disk, and then finally a jet of material being expelled perpendicular to that accretion disk. Now, this is what happens in a supermassive black hole at the center of many galaxies, including our own. And one of the interesting things is studying how these black holes spin. Now, black holes are relatively simple objects. They only have a couple of properties, and that would be their mass, how much material is in them, their angular momentum or spin, and their electrical charge. Everything else is crushed out of existence, and we know nothing else about it. For example, composition, we don't know what a black hole is made up of because it doesn't matter. All that has been crushed out of existence in terms of the material that formed the black hole. Now, one of the things it's been looking at here again is the spin of the black hole, because there is a prediction that if black holes are spinning faster and faster, and in fact if they're spinning as fast as they possibly can, then objects orbiting them right on the inner edge of that accretion disk should be moving at very close to the speed of light. So as we see them from our distance, we should see things moving at very close to the speed of light. And recently this was tested by several different satellites and looking for the black hole at the center of a distant galaxy, and this was confirmed, so that this black hole is spinning incredibly fast. Now, we usually realize that there's a limit to how fast anything can spin, because if you try to spin something too fast, it will eventually shred itself apart. So if you imagine the Earth trying to spin hundreds of times a second, it would rip itself apart by the forces involved. However, a more dense object, such as a compact star like a white dwarf or a neutron star, can actually spin even faster. And in fact, the neutron stars can actually spin at many times per second. The neutron star at the center of the Crab Nebula spins about 30 times every second, a speed that would rip Earth or even our sun apart. But because they're so compact and have such a strong gravity, they can then hold up to faster spin rates. Now, black holes are even more compact, but the question is, we don't know what happens inside the event horizon of the black hole and what really happens to that material. Our physics breaks down at the event horizon. We can't explain what happens inside very well, especially when you get down to that singularity, which is the theoretical point of matter at the very center of a black hole. So it's quite possible that that black hole could spin much, much faster. And that's one of the things we're starting to learn about with some of these new measurements telling us how fast a black hole is actually spinning. So that was our picture of the day for May 4th of 2025. It was titled Spin Up of a Supermassive Black Hole. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be planet lines. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.